This is On the Record with Todd McDermott and Nathalie Pozo.
Good morning. Our focus today is the power of kindness and the impact it has on people's lives. This morning, we're looking at how a simple meal delivered to someone's door can also deliver joy, hope, and friendship to our neighbors. Joining me now is Pam Casaldia, President and CEO of Meals on Wheels of the Palm Beaches. Thanks for being here this morning. Let's first talk about the mission of Meals on Wheels in the Palm Beaches and how you accomplish what you accomplish, because it truly is extraordinary. I think people take it for granted, but it's really something.
It's very true. You know, it takes a village. To run any organization, it takes a village. But for this organization, you know, to nourish and enrich the homebound senior with compassion and love, with fresh fruit and vegetables, and the beautiful meal that we provide for them is not an easy task. And like I said, it takes a village. It takes a great chef, great volunteers, great staff, taking care of all of our homebound seniors. Take me through
1 week at Meals on Wheels of the Palm Beaches. What do you accomplish in just a week?
Over 1,000 meals go out. And what that means is that the volunteers come to pick up the meals. The chef is cooking with the cook in the kitchen, making those fresh meals every day, 5 days a week. They go out 3 days, but it's 6 meals. And then the volunteers come and it goes out to the clients. We deliver anywhere from Tequesta all the way down to Delray and out west to Royal Palm Beach. And this is all through a huge volunteer pool. Then we have volunteers also in the kitchen plating those meals. So it's a bunch of moving parts, constantly, doing what's needed to make sure that a senior does not go hungry.
Now, I have a number in front of me, 93,000 meals that you did last year. That's a record. And I'm sure that you're interested in breaking records.
Absolutely.
But talk more. You've just talked about some of it and you used some of the terms, but talk about the mechanics of getting this, because first you have to get the food. It has to be prepared, plated, packed, and then delivered.
Yes.
That's an extraordinary amount of work.
Yes, it is a lot of work. And, they're getting there at the crack of dawn to make those meals so that they're fresh. So nothing goes out frozen. It's fresh meals. And then, like you said, the volunteers come in. The mechanics of it is plating each piece of the meal, making sure that it's a balanced meal for these seniors, that they're getting the fruit, they're getting the vegetables, they're getting, all different types of meats and fishes and that kind of thing, because this is really important for them. This is their nutrition.
Yeah.
And then the volunteer coordinator is making sure that those bags are packed properly, and then the volunteers are going out and it's going to a home. So now it could be anywhere from 8 to 12 clients that are being delivered to from one volunteer.
Can we talk a little bit about the 300 or so homebound seniors that you serve? I know this makes all the difference for them.
Absolutely. At 65 and older, homebound, living alone, or they're living with someone who is a caregiver. And so it's vital for them to get that food. But it's more than the food. It's that socialization, that volunteers coming to the door, that they become a friend. Listen, I've tried to deliver on days that somebody couldn't fill in, and I go to the door and it's like, where's Sam? Sam delivers on this day. I need to know where Sam is.
I need to talk to Sam.
Exactly.
Probably, right?
I'm just filling in.
Right.
So they develop these bonds, but also, they rearrange their routes sometimes because they're sitting and having coffee with them at the end, or, maybe they're playing a game with them, or they need to change a light bulb. So they're doing more than just delivering that healthy meal.
Okay. Now, I know you partnered again with Florida Power and Light on these hurricane supply kits. I know those are vitally important to these folks at this time of the year.
Absolutely. Imagine being home, having no access to get to the store to have all of the staples that you need for a hurricane. Lights go out, we can't deliver, the threat is there. So we make sure that they have at least 3 days worth of shelf-stable food. And we've been partnering with FP&L for the last 10 years. And it's really important because those clients rely on us and they rely on this package. They know that after 3 days, somebody's always calling and checking on them, but that they're going to get fresh food again.
You've talked a little bit about the people who make this go. We think of Meals on Wheels in general, and we think volunteers. Can you talk a little bit about the people who just donate their time to do this?
Yes. You know, because what we do is mostly volunteer driven, we need volunteers in the kitchen. We need volunteers to drive. The summertime is so tough. You know, we're seasonal here. And so what happens is people decide to go on vacations. They leave for a couple of months because they're seasonal. So then we need even more volunteers. So we need them in the kitchen. We need them to help deliver.
Speaking of which, I have less than a minute. Somebody listening today is going to say, I could do this. I want to be involved in this. Great. How do they go about helping? Just
go on to our website. You know, once they go on our website, it has all the information that they need. There's a volunteer coordinator on there if you want to volunteer, you want to make a donation, you want to be part of our programs, you want to be part of our events. All of that is on our website. It's one-stop shop.
Well, what I'm sure of is anybody who's listened to you today will want to be involved.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's a passion, and, you know, our seniors rely on us. We provide a service to this community, and the community relies on us.
Pam Quesledilla of Meals on Wheels of the Palm Beaches, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We have much more to come here today when On the Record returns. My co-anchor, Natalie Pozo, talks with a local senior about how Meals on Wheels changed his life.
When it comes to school, it's important to start the year off right.
Join us and the Boys and Girls Club for the WPBF 25 School Supply Drive. Tomorrow, bring new school supplies to the Florida Blue Center in Boynton Beach. Donate online or shop the wish list for direct delivery, plus free back-to-school kids' haircuts.
Scan the QR code for more information and drop-off locations. The WPBF 25 School Supply Drive, helping kids achieve success.
Welcome back to Sunday with a Chance of Winning. Final question. Which one of these benefits can you receive every year if you enroll with HealthSun?
Is it $5,000 for comprehensive dental services? $2,400 for groceries, home and pet care supplies and utilities? $1,500 for OTC items, or all of the above?
Cindy?
D, all of them!
Your health deserves a 5-star plan. Call us today.
Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself means dealing with...
Okay, I'll give you half now.
Okay, and
this.
This is mine. Don't suffer selling your car on your own. Visit WeBuyAnyCar.com to see what your car's worth. We make it easy. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Nice.
Get your free online valuation now at
WeBuyAnyCar.com. When it comes to upgrading to a beautiful commercial grade floor from Ox Floors, numbers matter. How about 10 times stronger than epoxy? Professionally installed in one day by a 5-star company. Ready to walk on in 3 hours. Financing available from $59 per month. But the most important number? Ox Floors phone number, 772-758-5851. Call now to get your free estimate and 30% off. Upgrade your garage floor, pool deck, or patio now with Florida's #1 choice, Ox Floors.
At the Healthcare District of Palm Beach County's community health centers,
we care about your overall health,
dental health,
women's health, mental health,
preventive health.
We care about your care.
With 10 Palm Beach County locations, our team provides the healthcare and pharmacy services you and your family need, regardless of your ability to pay, with or without insurance. Call 561-642-1000 and let us care for you.
You're watching On the Record on WPBF 25.
Welcome back. We are going on the record with Meals on Wheels and its effect on the community. Joining me now is Eric Morstadt, the longtime volunteer over at Meals on Wheels, and client Julie Duell, an Army veteran and World War II photographer. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Eric, let's start with you. Mm-hmm. Why do you volunteer? What is it that makes you wake up every day and want to do this?
Well, after I retired about 1.5 years ago, I decided I wanted to give back more to the community. So, I chose Meals on Wheels to be my first adventure for after retirement. And I wanted to give back, and I felt that helping the seniors was really important.
All right. Well, Julie, first of all, thank you for your incredible service to our country. Let's talk a little bit about, why this is so important to you. What do you like so much about Meals on Wheels?
I'm sure I'm not starving. I'm sure that when they say they'll be here between certain hours. They show up. They're very pleasant. Always have conversation with them because I like people. Okay, I've always dealt with people in my business as a photographer, and my job, what I did all my life, was to make people look good. Okay, and I love what I did. I still do it on and off, and now it's a hobby.
And Julie, I would think that being a World War II photographer, you have incredible stories to tell, which I know is part of this organization as well. It's not just delivering those meals, but it's forming those relationships and having those conversations.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason why I said I like people. And when they come, I get into conversation with them. They ask me how I'm doing, and I always got a story to tell them. And so it's a pleasant visit for them. It's not just a question of a delivery person.
Right. And Eric, what about you? I mean, what about those bonds that you form with the people that you meet?
Yeah, he's totally right about that. It's the relationships. At first, when I started delivering, it was just bringing the meals to them.
Right.
And then over time, we have assigned a route, so we get to know our clients, and now they're friends, and almost, I call them family pretty much, because they know about me and my kids and my grandkids, and I know about them and what's going on with their doctor's appointments, and I know every move of them like they pretty much know me. So there's a lot, like Jules says, it's more than so much more than just delivering food.
And let's talk a little bit about your duties as a volunteer. So what does a typical day look like?
So we get our meals in the morning around 10:30 in the morning. Then we venture out on our route. We have a list of customers, our clients we go to. I say customers, but we then deliver the food to our clients. So we start by knocking on the door and greeting the client, and then from there we start talking and visiting and do a lot of things. I cut hair, I take trash out, I fix things for people, open, jars and bottles that they can't open. And like Jules said, that conversation part of it is really important for both us and them.
I would think that sometimes you have a schedule, but maybe it's hard to stick to it, right? You get into conversation with people at home and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to get to the next client.
That's what they say to me once in a while. Hey, I got to leave. I got someone else to go to see.
Julie, what do you look forward to the most during these visits?
People to talk to other than watching television and thinking about problems.
Yeah, and for you, Eric?
Yeah, so it's really all about just having that conversation with the people and meeting their needs, and the food is a really big part of it.
All right. What do we want to tell people who maybe, are not part of the program, but maybe thinking about doing it as a volunteer and also as a client? What do you want to say to anyone out there, Julie, that may say, I don't know if I want to do this. Maybe they feel a little embarrassed, some shame, all these different emotions in it.
Usually I tell everybody that I get these Meals on Wheels, and it's available to them if they're interested. I can give their name in. And some of them follow through. Others, you can't force anybody into anything. But I'm very happy with it, and I've been there many years now. And you see, I still look pretty good.
I think you look really good, don't you think, Eric, right?
Yes.
To getting to be 100, I've been doing Meals on Wheels for 7-8 years.
So I know I'm not supposed to ask this, but you're going to turn how old?
I'll be 100 August 19th.
August 19th, you'll be 100 years old. Wow, absolutely incredible. Yes, you do look great, Julie, definitely. What goes through your mind when you know that there's other people in your community benefiting from this organization as well?
Well, I don't have too much doing with most of the people. Seniors usually don't gather too much. At my age, I don't have anybody too close. And so I go out. I have an electric scooter that moves you around. I get out to get the mail. Occasionally, I use Palm Tram for transportation to take me out to restaurants, take me out to parks, where I can see more people, see things going on around the country. And I haven't decided to retire totally yet.
What do you think life would look like for you without these volunteers?
Very dull. Very dull. I would probably not be at this age I am now if I didn't have all of this, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What is one of the favorite stories that you think you've told to one of your volunteers?
I can do many of them.
I think we need more than our half-hour show probably for
Yes,
that, right?
yeah.
Thank you both so much for being here with us this morning. We really appreciate your time, Eric, everything you do for the organization, and Julie, just again for your service and sharing your stories with us. Thank you again, both of you, so much. Well, coming up next, my co-anchor Todd McDermott will look at the ways that other people can help. That's coming up.
Get into an Audi and go your own way. Find your way to exceptional offers during the Summer of Audi sales event at your local Audi dealer.
Protecting your home from severe weather doesn't have to be complicated. Since 1996, StormSmart has made getting the best storm protection easy. Our storm catcher screens and aluminum shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida, so your experience from purchase through installation will be seamless. And with impact windows and doors, we have products that make any opening in your home safer, more functional, and more beautiful. Because smart is making it easy to protect your home, and smart is simple. Call StormSmart today for your free in-home consultation.
When smoking gives you COPD, you learn to lie a little bit. You make up excuses like, I have to get my keys. You guys go on. Anything so you can walk at your own pace. I used to do that all the time. Those lies don't work anymore. My tip is, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself, like smoking isn't that dangerous.
Tobacco Free Florida offers free nicotine replacement therapy to help start your quit journey. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients.
Out of nowhere, I just got rear-ended. I reached out to Morgan & Morgan directly from the scene. Morgan & Morgan got my initial offer 10x'd.
When it came to negotiating, they didn't just settle for anything. They definitely went to bat for me. It's just like they cared about me.
You feel like you're worth it when you're with Morgan & Morgan.
You're not just a number.
Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
We went with the website nuts.com because nuts and dried fruit and pretzels and trail mix and gummies and chocolate and espresso beans and malted milk balls and crackers and popcorn and sesame sticks and veggie chips and energy squares and fudge and jelly beans and seeds and rock candy and saltwater taffy and dried berries and fruit leather and bars and jerky and a whole lot more .com was already taken. Get 20% off and free shipping on your first order at nuts.com. Yes, we have more than nuts, but still the website is just nuts.com.
Get into an Audi and go your own way. Find your way to exceptional offers during the Summer of Audi sales event at your local Audi dealer.
Joining me now, Jerry Emmett, co-chairperson of the board and chairwoman of the Duffy's Foundation. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
South Florida knows Duffy's Sports Girls. I mean, we all know.
I hope so.
But at this point, yes. But let's talk about the Duffy's Foundation, what it is and what it does. Make sure they know about that, too.
My late husband, Paul Emmett, who is responsible for so much of the growth and the Duffys that you know today, he passed away in 2015. And when he did, in 2016, we took on the initiative of starting the Duffy's Foundation. And Duffy's had always been very charitable. We support so many sports teams. We never said no to anyone who needed help. But when we did the foundation, we took everything under one umbrella. So all of the charitable work that we were doing, we just put it under the umbrella of the foundation. And that's really how it started in 2016.
I have to ask you, just because I am personally interested in foundation work, what was it like to take all those charitable projects that you had and make it a foundation? Is that a difficult task?
The good thing for us is you have to remember that Duffy's has a corporate office.
Right.
So a lot of the people were wearing double hats in helping. And still to this day, when we have big events, you know, everybody in the corporate office will help, which is really wonderful.
So who sits on the board?
The
And do you need board
foundation?
members? Is that it?
No, you don't. But we happen to have two board members, myself and the Morrison family, which was always my husband's partner and still is. They sit on the board too.
And who chose you to be on the board?
Listen, it was my idea.
I'm sure. What's the work like through the foundation on your end? What's it like for you?
Well, I do a lot of it myself. I mean, the first thing I did was I had done work with Meals on Wheels. I was very familiar with their mission. My previous career was in New York City, where I did a lot of work for City Meals on Wheels. So I was familiar with the mission. I knew that my late husband had done a lot with Meals on Wheels, so it was that one was the first one was natural. And then it went from there to we helped the Girl Scouts, we the School of Autism, there's many of them, Forgotten Soldier and whatnot. But Meals on Wheels is a very, very special cause for us. Yes.
Let's talk about some of these other events you do, because I love the name Pie It Forward.
Yes.
Which, by the sound of it, fittingly takes place around Thanksgiving. Tell us about Pie It Forward.
The great thing about Pie It Forward is I feel everybody wins, because everybody has to buy a pie around Thanksgiving time anyway.
Or two.
Right? So buying the pies and being able to do a good deed, which is every single pie that's sold, which we sell them for between $35 and $40, feeds a senior for 1 week. So if you're going to buy a pie, why wouldn't you want to do one that does double giving that way, right? But Pie It Forward is a huge operation for, we call them pie masters. That's all of the pie masters are the ones who make the pies, which we have 3,000 pies that need to be made during that time, which is, it's a big effort to do this. And in fact, we need more pie masters. So if anyone wants to help us in creating pies, 25 to 50 pies, it would be very, very helpful. Duffy's is one of the largest contributors. We do 300 pies, and it's like an assembly room when this happens. Sure. We have 300 pies. They all have to be boxed. We write little notes on the inside of every box. We have a heart cookie that goes on top. I mean, it is an all-day event for us to do.
And you're smiling so I can tell that it's fun.
It is fun. And you know, we have, what I love is the other charities that we work with, they really help us on that day, because we could never execute this just by ourselves. So the Girl Scouts, they send 15 Girl Scouts, you know, to really help assemble. The Palm Beach School for Autism, they assemble all the boxes that we need for these pies. So I really count on the help, and we get it.
It sounds like all hands on deck. Let's talk about the W Foundation April More Than a Meal Luncheon at the Kravis Center. Another big, is that a fundraiser?
It is. There's Pie It Forward is our big fundraiser. That fundraiser has been developing, so it will be a close second. It's always in the springtime. We've had fabulous celebrity chefs do cooking demonstrations, which is great. And in addition to that, this last year, I don't know, do you know the Blue Zones? The Blue Zones is the show that was all about parts of the world where people live longer, healthier lives, right? So we had a representative from the Blue Zones come speak, and it was absolutely fascinating. And again, that's a fundraiser for us. It's usually at Kravis Center, and it's usually in the springtime. And all of these are always announced, you know, on the Meals on Wheels of Palm Beach's website.
And I know you have great attachment and affection for Meals on Wheels of the Palm Beaches. Tell me about your goals for, let's say, the year going forward and beyond.
The year going forward for the board's goals in general is we need a bigger facility. So the first thing is we're going to look for a bigger kitchen. As much as it's disruptive to move, we're going to have to move to be able to prepare more meals. Once we get to the point that we can prepare more meals, we need more support, because we take no money from the government. All of the money that we have is from donations, it's from grants, it's from foundation work, it's from individuals, it's from people giving $5, it's from people giving $50,000. But that's the money we have to work with. So as much as we want to feed more people, we can't feed more people unless we have more financial support and a larger kitchen. So this year, that's where we're headed.
Well, I think you've probably inspired more today. Jerry Emmett from the Duffy's Foundation, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Todd.
It's great to have you here. On the Record, we'll be right back.
I am Alexia Cox, and for nearly 2 decades, I've made it my mission to uphold the principles of justice with a deep, compassionate understanding of our Palm Beach County community. As Deputy Chief Assistant State Attorney, I serve as part of State Attorney Aaron Berg's leadership team, where we work together to achieve justice for families and protect our neighborhoods. I would be deeply honored to earn your vote to serve as our next state attorney.
Call Cool Roof Foam and Coatings.
We're on top of it!
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
I'm Bob Gordon. Over 30 years ago, we built Gordon Partners on a foundation of personalized service, individual attention, and most importantly, results for our clients. We understand the stress an injury can have on you and your family and welcome the opportunity to serve you. Call 333-3333. Let us help you navigate these difficult times. We are your personal injury law firm, Gordon & Partners, for the injured.
You may get a little excited when you shop at Burlington.
What a low price! I'm saving so much! Yeah!
Will it be the low prices or the great brands? You'll love the deals. You'll love Burlington. I told you so.
Incredible, all of the work that the volunteers do, and a thank you also to our client for sharing that story. Thanks so much for making us a part of your morning.
We encourage you to join our discussion each and every Sunday. You'll find us right here at 10 a.m. Until the next time, you can watch this morning's episode of On the Record and every episode on our website, that's WPBF.com, and on our free WPBF 25 News app. Matter of Fact with Soto O'Brien is next. We all wish you a wonderful Sunday. We'll see you again next week.